Hi, my name is Sydney Bell, and I'm a PhD candidate at James Cook University. I was also the recipient of the 2024 Morris Family Trust Student Research Grant. So this past March, I had the chance to go spend a month at the Orpheus Island Research Station to conduct research for my PhD, which is focused on free-living algal symbionts and their impact on coral host fitness. We collected corals, specifically the species Montipora digitata, from Phantom Island and Orpheus Island. We had a warm site and a cool site based off of sea surface temperature data from the past few decades. So we collected partial colonies prior to the full moon in March, and we brought them back to the research station to be monitored for spawning. Unfortunately, after 8 days of waiting around to see if these corals spawned, only a few ended up spawning, so we had to pivot last minute and we ran a heat stress experiment instead. This was done in the temperature control room at Orpheus Island, and we mimicked the heat stress profile and the degree heating weeks that the corals would have experienced out on the GBR during the 2016 bleaching event. Previous research done by my advisor, Dr. Kate Quigley, found that adult Montipora digitata corals shuffled their symbionts that live within them and provide them with energy from the sun. They shifted during this 2016 bleaching event, and that these shuffled communities were then inherited by their offspring. So my research at Orpheus Island builds off of this by collecting DNA samples from the corals at various time points throughout this replicated heat stress profile to then pinpoint when shuffling occurs. Is it before or after the mother coral packages their symbionts into their eggs? We also incorporated a sediment treatment into half of the tanks to see if having a reservoir of symbionts from the environment would actually change the shuffling observed in the adult corals. The next steps from this research will be to extract and sequence the DNA from the coral samples that we took to determine if their symbiont communities shuffled and changed at various time points. Once this has been completed, we then will analyze the resulting data, and I plan to present these results hopefully in 2026 and publish a manuscript. Overall, this research will contribute to our understanding of the importance of free-living algal symbionts, so symbionts that we find in the environment before they're in symbiosis with a coral. This will also improve our understanding of where these symbionts are found, what drives their community composition, and how they contribute overall to coral fitness, especially under heat stress. Lastly, I just want to say thank you so much to the Morris Family Trust for providing me the opportunity to conduct my research at Orpheus Island Research Station. And I would also like to give a big thank you to all the staff at the research station for their setup of the system I used to run this heat stress experiment and all their help with logistics with fieldwork. We couldn't have done it without you.